Hello everyone and welcome to Discover Joyous Love. This is episode number 12. The topic is loneliness hurts, not love. You've heard the saying, love hurts. We get in and out of relationships and we're feeling the pain. And the pain from what we describe as, oh, love hurts because he or she hurt me. But really what happens during love when your deeper emotions emerge, your pain and can of worms and your baggage starts to open up. And what happens is you're feeling that pain because love is this mask. Love is this windful of energy that comes over you to take it all away, to make your life feel happy. And so it is not the love that really hurts. What it is the can of worms opening and the old emotions of pain from past relationships, from childhood, from your entire life, your experiences. It is those emotions that emerge that cause us the pain. But really, what the real pain is loneliness, rejection, envy, losing someone. Someone breaks up with you or someone passes on. It's not the love that hurts, it's the loneliness. And it's because love can only make you happy. But then again, there's different types of love. There's infatuation love, there's true love, there's temporary love, there's forever love. So love in itself is an emotion that we need to come back into and start to learn how to open this part of our heart, this part of our temple, our body temple. And love is something that doesn't take overnight. It takes a village to help you to come together in harnessing and cultivating the love that is in you, the love that you've learned, the love that you were exposed to as a child. And how do you bring this to love someone else? Well, first of all, what we need to do in finding a true love relationship is to work on ourselves, to heal our baggage, to heal ourselves from past relationships. Now, what I tend to see is a lot of people, as a love and relationship coach, psychotherapist, I'm a love and relationship psychotherapist coach. And what I tend to see is people get out of one relationship and they rush right into another because they're in so much pain, emotional pain, and they want to capture those emotions there for healing with someone new, or they just don't want to face them and process them. So basically what they're doing is when they jump into another relationship so quickly and they go in at full force, what happens is armor develops. They become split from the feelings of the relationship they just left and the relationship they're going into. They're unable to really grasp the feelings there. So they're just covering up with the actions and motions. So there's a lot that I want to talk to you about, but love in itself is considered a happy emotion. Sadness is a wonderful emotion, and we need that. We need sadness to help us process. We need all the different emotions. Anger is another one. But these emotions, they all stem from different experiences that we have in life. But the biggest emotion that we run from and that we fear most is love, because love is stronger than anything. And it can open you up if you allow it. And if it's true love. So what I'm going to talk to you today about is true love. So let's begin here. We are talking, right? First of all, true love today, comparing it to the days way back in my parents' day. Now, they were in the 1940s growing up. You know, true love, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have all of this competition, and women didn't really have a voice. Women were silenced. They didn't go to work. They didn't have careers. And the world has come so far. So true love, I believe, is still there, but it has changed its dimension. It's changed its dimension. I think the world needs to shrink because everything is available to us out there. Even when true love enters your orbit, people tend to take that for granted and they don't honor it or cherish it. And really what we need to do with my work, Tantra Wisdom, is learn how to honor and the value of love. But see, we've gone beyond that with the sexual revolution. You know, there's so much entitlement out there. There's so much free sex. There's so much sex to buy. You can buy sex. You can get sex for free, easy. You can meet someone for a night and you're already in bed and you think it's love. So what I say, there's too much of everything around. Easy sex, sex for sale, entitlement. For people to understand. So there's too much of everything. So people don't understand what true love is. Or in that matter, what love is in itself. And the value of it. And the gift. And how love can make you successful. And how exercising this emotion and honoring it. Now, in Tantra, we teach you to come to the sacred space. You build the temple. And you both meet in the sacred space. And you don't commit desecration. Desecration is, well, first of all, let's talk about betrayal. I mean, betrayal comes in all forms, not just cheating or seeking out another lover. It comes in disrespect, belittling, if they're not there for you, if they're not present, or they're not supportive of you in the relationship. That's all betrayal. Betrayal is not just, so let's get that clear. It's not just going out and seeking another lover. If your partner is disrespectful to you and your partner dismisses you and doesn't support you, but they would never cheat, so that's a different form of betrayal, it's still betrayal. And it's, we have to teach our partner, in essence, and this is what I teach you in Tantra Wisdom, how to have this balance of giving and receiving, how to ask for what you want, what I like about you, what I want to change about our relationship. And you put this out there on the table, so you meet in the sacred bubble. And the way I have it set, you sit on two pillows and you're facing each other, eye gazing. And the most powerful tantric exercise is eye gazing, connecting your souls by undoing the armor that's around the eyes, because the eyes tend to be shielded. It's almost like our eyes, if we're not fully connected to the heart, or at least partly connected to the heart, and to the lower chakra in the body, the eyes tend to kind of have a shield, and they're kind of empty and closed, and people hide with their eyes. They're hiding, they're masking, and it's denial. There's a lot of different psychological terms I can get into of what it is, but let's for a moment say that you and your partner come together once a week, once every other week, and you join forces. You join spiritual, emotional forces of how to create the greater good in your life, in your relationship, just even in your life, creating and harnessing this greater good, working toward the greater good. Now, sharing, of course, honesty is difficult, but I'll tell you what really hurts. People think love hurts. What really, really hurts is dishonesty. If someone is honest to me, and they are honest, and I thank them for being honest, then I'm not hurt. But if someone is dishonest about anything, well, we'll just say betrayal, cheating, or disrespectful to you, and there's no reason why they are, or they belittle you, and they condescend you, and all of these different things. But when someone lies to you, that is what hurts. So honesty, if you don't want to hurt your partner, be honest. Because when you are honest about anything, you will not hurt them. But you are hurting them by lying. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It is serious. I have a friend recently that was very honest with me about something, and it was like something lifted out of me. And I thank this person. It was just some kind of conflict we had, just me and a girlfriend, and we sort of, didn't share our honest thoughts. And then one day she had apologized to me, and she had opened up with the honesty about the situation. And I felt so relieved. I felt as if I wasn't being betrayed and lied to. So it is important. That is where the pain is, in lying. So getting back to this topic, what hurts? Loneliness hurts. Envy hurts. Dishonesty hurts. True love doesn't bring sadness, disappointment, pain, or problems. Now keep this in mind. True love does not bring problems, disappointment, or any of that stuff. We always are going to be faced in life with disappointments, problems, challenges, changes. But true love, if you understand what true love is and you don't take advantage of the world, because like I said, the world needs a shrink because people just have crossed over the true love from the days of my parents. Like they stayed together forever in those days. Now it's like the minute somebody walks by in a slinky outfit, all of a sudden a volcano explodes, or some hunky guy walks by with muscles and she can't keep her eyes off of him. So, it's a different mentality today. So that's all materialistic and objective. But anyway, it can be fun, right? Disappointment and problems will bring you sadness. But if you have the love there, and the true love, we'll say, or any love in your life, love, it can make things so much easier and so much more revealing and so easy to move through the tough times. Now, a person that doesn't know how to love can hurt you. So a lot of people get hurt because the person that's hurting them doesn't know how to love, hasn't learned to love. Maybe in their upbringing, the role models weren't so good. They didn't hear "I love you" from the parents. They didn't see parents, like growing up with divorced parents. You may not be a witness to a couple hugging or a couple coming together. And like my parents, they were married for 20 years, but then they got a divorce. But in the young times, they had so much disagreement and fighting, and I never really saw them, on occasion, hug and hold. So I did get a little bit of that. But it is really the role models that we have and what we're exposed to. So if you come from a family and they're divorced, go hang out with families that have more solid love-based foundation. And that's what I did. Get taken under the wing, so to speak, by your friends whose parents are together, and you could kind of immerse in that and bask in that for a while, and you can kind of learn what it is, because really you learn about love when you watch the role models. That's one strong way. And when you hear someone verbalize "I love you" to you, your parents, your mom, dad. So if you don't know how to love, you are certainly going to hurt someone because you don't feel it in yourself. You're split. Love is incredible, but with, again, like I said, lying, cheating, and bitterness, and trust, and loss of hope, it can be painful. Love is not supposed to hurt. If it does, it's not true love. So then again, there are different types of love, and there are many steps to love. So you have love, infatuation love. You're young, you're out there, you're playing the scene, you haven't met the right one yet, or you're not ready to meet the right one, because you meet the right one when you're ready. It's like opportunity, preparation meets opportunity. Remember, you got to do the healing work. If you're not healed, the right one, the twin flame, may not come in this lifetime. But you can certainly meet a wonderful soulmate out there. You can meet soulmate after soulmate. Now, there are steps, first of all, in love. You meet someone, you become a friend, you become connected friendship-wise. You don't want to jump into "I'm your girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend" right away. We're one-on-one. You really want to take the steps to, and the space between you, to cultivate the fluid, the presence, the moments. Keeping that in mind. That's your work for this week. Now, loneliness, rejection, and losing someone hurts. Envy hurts. Love covers all the pain and makes us feel wonderful and does not hurt. But why are so many people in this planet that we are on not privy to this yet? They all need Tantra. Tantra wisdom is my work. Once you start to take Tantra classes, it's a yoga, but it's a yoga of the senses, a yoga of the heart and the opening up to the bliss. It's not about sex, so keep that out of your mind, because it's not about sex. It's about love. And once you start to open up and understand what love is, it's the juice of life. Okay, it is the juice. Do you have the love gene? I don't know. I think I might have a little bit of that love gene in me. Love is just wonderful and bliss. And when you connect it to this, what we call this higher power, right? You have a higher power. So, it's up here, the presence, the awareness, right? So in this higher power is the love, and it vibrates from here, right? It's there. Yeah. You could feel it. When you connect to the higher power, you let go of the ego, right? You let go of the ego. You let go of these outward interferences that come in and try to attack you and cling on to your ego. And once they cling on to the ego, it's that person that you become that is the false you. Or they take away your power. Now, people do that, but energetic forces do that. Collective forces. Now, people will do that to you. They will come into your orbit and they will steal your power like a vampire. And you don't even know it. And then energetic forces, it becomes a pattern. So the energetic forces collectively all start to. So once you understand the higher power and understand the value of love, you won't make any mistakes. You will want love. It's not about a person, really, too. Love is not about loving someone. It is an emotion of higher power. It is emotion of aliveness. It is an emotion of awareness. So love is not, the emotion of love is not just for romance. Keep that in mind. True now, but I'm talking about true love with someone, okay? Brings over a happiness like no other. It heals the broken parts and lifts you. If you tend to break up and then come back together, you should come back together with the idea of, I want to heal you and you heal me. So no matter how much betrayal exists, whether it's betrayal with another lover or betrayal in the sense of disrespect and belittling and condescending and not being supportive or there for your partner, or even abusiveness like physicality and things like that, that's all betrayal. Betrayal comes, like I said, in many colors and forms. It's not just cheating with another lover. Do not let the things and circumstances change you into something you're not. Just what I talked about. When the energetic forces click onto the ego, it changes your reality, your lens. And what happens is you become not who you are. And this is dangerous because you have to stay in control of your emotions connecting to your higher power. And that's really what it's about. Connecting to the higher power, presence. A relationship of judgment is not love. That is betrayal. So if you're in a relationship where there's a lot of judgment and he or she does not love your worth or value your worth, they do not value your worth, then you are being betrayed moment by moment. Judgment should not be there. And if it is, that's the biggest betrayal. Not cheating, not going out with someone else, but the judgment. Because you become, your self-esteem can be diminished. Love your partner's worth. Real love feels euphoric and spontaneous. Then again, so could infatuation love and sexual love, and that's all good too. That feels spontaneous and fun, and that's all fun, but it's up to you to understand to practice healthy love in whatever type of relationship you're in, whether it's the relationship of, hey, I'm just out there having fun. Keep it healthy. Keep it honest. Or, hey, this is the one, or, oh, this one is just for, the summer love, or whatever. But, you have to, and look, we want to play them out, the relationships. I've played all of my relationships out. Every time I had an attraction to someone, I wanted to be with them. And I wanted to live it because it was growth for me. And it was practicing the emotion of love, keeping it alive. So if you're having issues getting in a relationship, you're not practicing love, and you're stuck and you're blocked and you're frozen. So to find love with someone, and like I said, it doesn't always have to be true love, but love just in general for a nice, healthy companionship relationship, you still have to understand love and have been exposed to it. So I suggest for people that maybe are not in relationships and they're suffering from the loneliness or the stuckedness because their heart isn't open, you need to do the work, the breathing, the Tantra, the different things that are going to help you to connect to your self-love. And then once you have enough self-love and you're connected to your inner child, then you're ready to take that out into the world. True love knows your weaknesses and doesn't take advantage of them. So your true lover, your twin flame out there, knows your weaknesses and doesn't take them for granted or advantage. Accepts and flows with everything. So we all have weaknesses, but again, betrayal is if your partner takes you for granted or takes your weaknesses for granted. That's betrayal, because they're betraying a part of your mentality, a part of your emotional being, a part of your person. That's painful. When love is real, it doesn't lie, cheat, or make you feel unwanted. A cure for this is to never give up. A cure for the worries is to never give up. So if it is real love, or any love that's healthy, it doesn't lie or cheat. It is honest, because like I said, dishonesty will hurt you. That's why people say love hurts, but it is the honesty that is the love. Okay, so don't get it confused. It's a cure for the worries and to never give up. Looking for the quality person in life who treats you well. So you're not really, maybe you're out there looking for the rich person, the cougar, the person that can give you all the materialistic riches that you desire. But really what I want you to look for is the person who treats you well. And that is number one. Even if they are poor or don't have any money or whatever, being treated well is number one. Taking abuse for money for a rich person that's very wealthy, say, and a lot of abuse goes on in a lot of these very wealthy relationships because of the money, and the novelty wears off, the novelty of sex, the novelty of everything. And people take it because, of materialistic things. And so you have to know, again, getting back to that emotional spectrum, that relational spectrum of where you fall in there, and how much will you take, or how much will you give up of yourself? How much will you give up of yourself? One day you find someone who can turn your world around, and that person is worth keeping. You can tell them anything. You are so comfortable with him. This is true love. It's the twin flame. Now, not all of us will meet our twin flame in this lifetime, but you will meet a great soulmate. You can meet a great soulmate and build a beautiful, loving relationship. Children and all of that. But the twin flame requires you to do a lot of higher power work. So if you've done that work, you may have had marriages and whatever and children, but if you reach a point in your emotional state, in your psychological state, or in your higher power state, wherever you are on the metaphysical spectrum, if you reach that point, the twin flame will show. Do you want the twin flame? Twin flames are the mirror of each other, and I'm going to do a topic on this, and they can conflict a lot, but you have the same soul, which was split. This is the twin flame. Your souls are here, and it was split. Your soul was split together. So you have one soul that you share. Isn't that beautiful? True love is selfless, heartwarming, giving, and humble. So strong, it can move mountains. So, true love is supposed to open the eyes, not close. True love stays through the thick and the thin. It is there, holding your hand. So, accepting one's imperfections. True love is stronger than hate. True love is stronger than interruption. It is stronger than imperfection. True love. But then again, we're living in a different modern time. Like true love in my parents' day was real. What is it today? Where have we gone? The sexual revolution, technology, entitlement, easy sex all over the place. Anybody. You can have sex with anybody these days. So where has it gone? We need to come back to that. That's why the world is politically out of balance. True love is not afraid of being challenged because it knows that patience and persistence will make it win. Love is not pain. It's opening the wounds and going deeper in intimacy. So we already talked about that. You emerge from the old pain, the baggage that comes up, that comes forth, and this in itself is what is painful. But you must do the work. You must get in some type of group counseling, something. You can call me. I can guide you. Falling in love takes time and steps. It makes a feeling of fullness and security. So having that fullness and security, but then again, if you didn't have certain things growing up, there was abandonment, there was neglect, you're going to have patterns. So every time you fall in love, it might be an abusive love relationship. It might be not such a good pattern. And you might repeat those patterns over and over again. So I'm going to ask you to learn how to work with your self-love, connecting to your inner child. We can do some of that work at some point. Tantra wisdom, which I teach, will help you come back to the body temple, withdrawal, and you will have an identity, self-assurance. Baggage you bring into a relationship. So again, in this higher power love, this deep love, we have an identity that we don't want to lose. And it's important to continually honor that part of yourself. I honor my identity and my self-love and who I am. But when you're with your partner, you're bringing that together, you're sharing it. This requires a lot of work. True love requires a lot of work over and over and over again. A lot of forgiveness, a lot of. Just because you meet the true love soulmate or twin flame, don't think you don't have to work at it. Believe me, you have to work at it more than the fling. That's why people go for the fling. It's easier. Baggage from the past relationships, right? So we're going to get rid of all of that, right? Presence, as Eckhart Tolle talks about, having the presence. Now the riches come. Now people think that riches come from material. But you know what? Riches come from kindness, real love, and truth. So the kinder you are and the more truthful you are and the more authentic that you are and the more adverse that you are and the more connected that you are and the more real, this is your riches. And even sexually speaking in Tantra, your riches are the cultivation of holding on to the sexual energy without abusing it. So having these flings out there, you're abusing the sacredness of your divinity. And you need to be smudged with, to begin with, sage, because that is desecration to the tantric world. Where you build the sacred bubble, you commit desecration, like you commit this thing of, it's kind of like dirty, but not dirty in the sense of, physicality or anything. It's karmically, it's an act of desecration. So where love is, where true love is not, desecration is not there. But there's a lot of discipline that it takes so long for people to become disciplined in life. I mean, you really need to do the work, transformational work. And even doing the work, you're still not going to be perfect, right? We're not going to ever be perfect. But we can continue to work toward the greater good. Isn't that great, huh? A little bit more. So much to be gained without destroying the beauty of what love is really about. There is so much to be gained without destroying the beauty of what love is really about. Love never hurts you, but the absence of it will. Why are people hurting and walking around triggering their old pains all day long? Because they don't have any love in their life, or they're just not telling people they love them. Doesn't have to be a romantic love, sexual love, your friends, or going to groups and gathering with people. And like after I meet with girlfriends and I go out, I feel love, I feel blissed because I'm exercising that. I'm opening up to it. It's the heart. It's the heart. It's really easy. Do not let someone decide what you mean in this world. You are everything. You are everything. Respect, honor, and love. So accept the feeling that we have, the hurt, the sadness, the anger. So I want you to take these feelings of hurt, anger, sadness, and look at them. Dissect them. Put them here. Categorize them. Remove them. Remove them from the body. Visually. Conceptually. And nourish it. Nourish and nurture what you're feeling. What's there. Look at it. Just a little bit more and we're almost finished. Lastly, reflecting on your role models, which I already discussed that. Was love demonstrated? Where, how did you learn to love? So think about that. That's a question for this week. Where and how did you learn to love? Was it firstly with the parents, or was it with the kids at school, or was it your first lover? Teach your partner how to love you and open up to feelings. So people are not really open to their feeling, and in my work, we teach each other what it is that we need in the relationship. If you know what it is, but with the exercises and things that we do, you will understand what you need. But teaching your partner, asking, again, loneliness hurts, sadness hurts, dishonesty hurts. Love does not hurt. Thank you for tuning in to Discover Joyous Love, Episode 12. I've been your host, Anita DeFrancesco, and the topic today was loneliness hurts, not love.